You know, in football, there are wins, and then there are legends. Those moments that are so improbable, so completely unbelievable, they get etched into history forever. Today, we're diving into the art of the comeback, a feeling, a phenomenon, all wrapped up in one single powerful word: the remontada. So, remontada, it's a Spanish word, obviously, but its meaning is totally universal in the football world. See, a remontada isn't just about catching up on the score, it's about completely defying logic. It's like this tidal wave of belief just washes over a stadium and turns a game completely on its head. It really is the lifeblood of Champions League drama. So, what's the secret sauce here? What are the ingredients that turn a simple comeback into a legendary one? Is it one player just deciding to take over the whole show? Is it a team that, together, just refuses to lose? Or is it something else, something a little more magical? Well, let's break down the anatomy of these incredible footballing miracles. A lot of the time, when a team is on the absolute brink of getting knocked out, they need a hero. Someone who just looks at the script and decides to tear it up. And our first type of comeback is exactly that, the one-player show. And honestly, there's no better headliner for that than Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, now this is just wild when you see it laid out like this. Look at the symmetry here. We're talking years apart, two completely different clubs, playing against tough defensive teams, and it's the exact same story. They're down 2-0 after the first game, facing elimination, and in both cases, Ronaldo just single-handedly drags his team to a 3-0 win. It just speaks volumes about the psychological power a player like him has. His presence alone makes the impossible seem possible. And really, this one number says it all: 3. That's how many goals he scored to knock out Wolfsburg. And then, he did it again. 3 goals against a rock-solid Atletico defense. A hat-trick in 2 different must-win games. I mean, that's not just a player, that's a force of nature. And look, while Ronaldo might be the king of this, he's definitely not alone. Remember 2019? Tottenham were basically dead and buried against a brilliant young Ajax team. And then, out of nowhere, Lucas Moura scores a hat-trick in the second half, with the winner coming in the 96th minute. Just unbelievable. But what happens when it's not just one player? What about when the entire team defies odds that are, on paper, pretty much impossible?
Right. So some comebacks are about an entire team just deciding to ignore reality. They're about defying statistics, and no comeback has ever defied the odds quite like this one.
You have to understand just how staggering this situation was. Barcelona lost the first game in Paris 4-0, 4-0. It was over, done. No team in the entire history of the competition had ever come back from 4 goals down. They didn't just need a miracle, they needed something bigger. And in the dying moments of the game, they found their hero in Neymar. Just look at this timeline. This is where it gets absolutely insane. At 88 minutes, they still needed 3 goals. 3! It's impossible, right? And then, bang, Neymar curls in a stunning free kick. A couple of minutes later, he scores a penalty. And then, with just seconds left on the clock, he floats a perfect ball in for Sergi Roberto to poke it home. It was 7 minutes of pure, beautiful, unadulterated chaos. But, as football loves to remind us, what goes around comes around. Because just a year after their miracle, Barcelona found themselves on the wrong side of one, losing 3-0 to Roma after being up 4-1. And the year after that, they collapsed again, losing 4-0 to a Liverpool team that was missing 2 of their best players. It kind of shows you, live by the sword, die by the sword. Which, of course, brings us to another key ingredient for any legendary comeback: the last-second drama. Those heart-stopping moments where history is literally written after the 90th minute. And the ultimate example has to be the 1999 Champions League final. For 90 minutes, Bayern Munich was the better team. No question. They were up 1-0. The trophy was practically theirs. The ribbons were on the cup. Then came stoppage time. And in just over 120 seconds, Manchester United scored not once, but twice to snatch the trophy in the most unbelievable way imaginable. And this kind of last-minute heroism just keeps happening. You think of Marcus Rashford's ice-cold penalty in the 94th minute to knock out PSG. Or Real Madrid's Rodrigo, scoring 2 goals after the 90th minute against Man City just to force extra time. It's the ultimate proof that in the Champions League, it is never, ever over until it's over. But what if you combine all these things? The massive deficit, the impossible odds, the drama, and what if you put it all on the biggest stage, the Champions League final itself? Well, then you get what many people call the greatest comeback of all time. The 2005 final in Istanbul. Just look at this scoreboard. It's halftime. Liverpool is being completely dismantled by a legendary AC Milan side. It is 3-0. In a final. It's over. You'd think so anyway. But what happened in that second half is the stuff of pure legend. They came out of that locker room a completely different team, and then they just unleashed an unbelievable blitz. It took them just 6 minutes to wipe out that 3-goal lead. A header from their captain gave them hope, then a long-range strike, and then a chaotic penalty rebound. 3 goals, 6 minutes, to tie the game 3-3, a score they somehow held on to before winning on penalties. This quote really just captures the whole feeling of it. Fans were literally in tears at halftime, their dreams absolutely shattered. And then, in a flash, in just 6 minutes, everything changed. It wasn't just a comeback. It was like a resurrection, fueled by this almost supernatural level of belief.
So what is it that really creates these moments? Is it a brilliant tactical switch by a manager? Is it the sheer, unstoppable force of will from a player like Ronaldo? The collective belief of a team like Liverpool? Or, is it just one of those rare, beautiful moments where sport just transcends logic and gives us something pure, something magical and unpredictable? I think maybe the real answer is all of the above.